Okay, how y'all doing? Welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great. This is the Real Housewives of Potomac review, season 6, episode 13 review. I woke up. I have to get to work in a little bit, so I'm finna do this review real quick. However, this episode, what's it called on the screen? I don't even know what the title is. But anyway, this episode had me rolling the whole time, and I know it had y'all laughing the whole entire time. Candace's reads just seems to get better with each episode, and it just has me dying, like just dying. So let's get into it. So we get to Mia and Gordon at their house before the whole couples retreat thing at the Chesapeake Bay that Wendy's planning. And Mia is letting Gordon know about the whole your mama's low budget comment that Candace said to her after she's called her music video low budget. Now, when you insult somebody, you're gonna get the insult back. For me, I told y'all before in my last review, I will gut punch that ass. So you need to make sure that before you step into my house or my space, say your prayers, ask for forgiveness for all your sins, because when I'm done getting you together, you will need to go straight to Jesus and go see how he's doing, because I'm not going to spare you. And I don't care if your feelings are hurt. I don't care about whatever family problems you have. I will literally disrespect you by talking about your parents that are in the grave and your ancestors. That is the type of person that I am, but I'm not the person who starts it. I will not pick with you. I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not even going to go. I'm going to be respectful until you decide to be disrespectful. Then I'm just going to go above and beyond with the disrespect. Now, Mia's talking to Gordon about it. And Gordon is basically, when she said that she called her mama low budget, Gordon does his face. So he's like, no, hell no. Like it was like something he was pissed off about. And Mia is bull-faced lying to her husband, saying that she just wanted to go there and do that whole, let me check out the place, I just wanted to be nice and all that. Basically bull crap. She did not let Gordon know that she immediately went there, started talking shit about it being in a parking lot, went up to Candace's mama and started asking very personal questions that had nothing to do with her. Why the hell would you go up to my mama, who's supposed to be there supporting me, asking her what my husband is doing on my pay? Like, is he paying for shit? Why would you do that? That's not your place. So you already started this and now you're mad because the reaction you're getting from me. So she didn't tell Gordon that part. She just told Gordon the part that she felt was mean to her. So Gordon trying to be supportive of her, you know, he makes the face, whatever. Now, we get to Candace and Chris, and they're also discussing Messy Mia. And Candace goes, I don't give a fuck about her leaky booty, her botched clitoris, her leaky lips, and her size 14 feet. Candace read Mia from top to bottom about the way that she looks. I'm surprised she didn't call her a Cabbage Patch doll too, because Mia had a lot of work done, and she lets us know it was a list that she got done. And for me, I'm just sitting there the whole time watching Chris, because you know Chris feels some type of way when people start talking about him and his money. Is very sensitive. Why are people feeling like they can talk about me when they don't even know shit about me? And so Candace is basically letting him know that Mia has a way of putting down people to make herself feel better, and it's usually about money. Mia probably knows what being broke is, so now that she didn't touch money, a lot of it, she's not putting other people down. You don't go to my video shoot and run your mouth and start asking questions that are just unnecessary. Why the fuck should you care if my husband is on my payroll or not? How does that affect your life at all? You would be messy. So they're talking about it. And then they also talk about the couple's trip and Escala and her new boo that we have yet to see on the screen up until now. Well, at least not really as much. Dre joining them in the couple's retreat, who I think that they're a cute couple. So they're going to come. Now we got Ashley going to visit Boring Robin in her townhouse. And of course, Robin decides to bring up Candace, because Candace seems to be the talk of everybody's family life. And Robin decides to do that bullshit. You know, I don't think it's right that Candace called Mia's mom low budget, because, you know, all the stuff that Mia's mom is going through, you know, she used to be on drugs. You know, she's basically in recovery. She's been clean for 10 years. Bitch, I don't care. I don't understand how people can sit there, and after Mia started the fight by being messy and running her mouth, she got it back tenfold because she picked on Candace, you know, the whole rat-tat-tat-tat Candace that Wendy was talking about, and now everybody's feeling sorry for the perpetrator. How does that make sense? Y'all are not empathizing with the shit that Mia was doing to Candace, because Robin herself was also doing the same shit. So she's going to side with the part that doesn't acknowledge her and her little faults. I can't wait to the reunion when Candace have seen what Robin did, what Giselle said, all these girls that she's supposed to be her friends running their mouth at her photo shoot, and what she gonna do? She better read Robin's ass for Phil too, and she might as well talk about Juan too. Make Robin feel what you feel, getting her ass into your personal family business. Then Ashley says something like, Candace came into the whole, came in with the warpath. I said, yes, bitch, because she now has just learned that when she was supposed to be enjoying her music video and she had her friends there to support her, all they did was cause drama. Of course she'll come pissed off because she wants to check that shit. But Ashley obviously has a way of inserting herself in drama that Candace is involved in, even though her ass wasn't even there to observe what happened. Ashley has opinions about circumstances that she was a ghost in. You weren't even there. So yes, Candace came with a warpath, but bitch, you don't know what happened, so you need to just be quiet and keep Candace's name out your mouth. But y'all know Ashley don't like Candace because Candace read Michael for filth, so she gonna keep picking at her, and Candace ain't never gonna apologize. But in the midst of this conversation, Robin talks about Wendy and how Wendy, this seems fake, and how she doesn't think she could be herself because Wendy told her the truth about what the viewers are thinking. We don't take your relationship seriously because y'all have been trying to get married for the past 6 seasons. So until y'all actually jump the damn broom finally, probably before Judgment Day, hopefully, then I'm gonna take y'all seriously. Until then, you always have an excuse about your relationship. So we ain't taking it seriously. You too damn old to be in the position that you are in. What are you, in a situationship? What are y'all talking like high schoolers? I don't take shit Robin and Juan's situation seriously. I take him seriously as a parent. I take her seriously as a parent, but as a couple, I don't see them together as a couple. It just don't seem right. They just seem too cold towards each other. And Robin's focus on other people's relationship is probably because she's unhappy. But Robin says that because Wendy went after her, that she feels some type of way. Well, Wendy was addressing Giselle in Giselle's mouth, talking to Ashley about her marriage. You inserted yourself and your wide leg, opening your hand, patting your puss, and doing whatever you want to do to Wendy when Wendy was not speaking to you. So you got the energy you got because you asked for it, Robin. Robin, you have a very one-sided critical thinking skills. You never acknowledge your faults. You always want to pick on somebody and say what they're doing to you. You are not always the damn victim, bitch. But she says that she doesn't know about Wendy. And Ashley in this conversation actually says something like, I don't give a fuck about Wendy. You need to be there. And I said, what way Wendy sees this, that Ashley actually told Robin that she don't give a damn about her or this damn Chesapeake Bay meeting. She just wants to go to support. But she basically says she don't give a damn about Wendy. Ashley, you fake ass. If you don't give a damn about Wendy, why are you going? But Giselle decides to text Wendy in the group text so all the other people can see what she wrote, saying that she's not going to come because the invite that Wendy extended was rude and it was mean and it was just nasty, and she just, the same victim thing that Robin's doing. Why would I go somewhere when somebody has been nasty to me when they invited me? I said, bye, bitch. You invited her to your public property, okay, and called it a home. And you sat up there outside in the park being rude and bringing up the conversation and being messy because it was a shady event and you were bringing up everybody's situation, and then you got what you got. You still try to deny what you did. So now you want to sit up there and act like she was the only one being nasty there too, bitch. Bye. Bye. Then we find out that Juan is, of course, not going as usual. And Michael won't go because Juan, his boo, ain't going to be there. So Michael's going to stay home and watch the kids. I bet you if Juan was coming, Michael will be there faster than hell. He wants to see his man. But Juan's not going to be there. Michael's not going to be there. So we get to Karen and Ray. Karen and Ray are waiting on Ashley, who's over there at Robin's house talking shit. They're waiting on her because Ashley and Karen are supposed to ride together down to Chesapeake Bay. And freaking Ray's little messy ass, they're talking about it. Ray is like, I'm not coming back. I'm not going to come till end of the trip because I was told last minute I got to put it on my budget. I got to put it on my schedule. And they talk about Juan not coming. And of course, in the confessional, Karen says, of course, Juan's not coming. Robin's fingers gets her all the way together and pleases her. She don't need Juan to be there. And then on the other hand, when they talk about Karen and Ray's soon-to-be nuptials without renewal, Ray's messy ass said that Giselle can come, but Giselle can come with her hairdresser and her curling iron and the entire damn salon because Jamal ain't gonna be there. He left it for the church choir. So she has to come with somebody or something that she can dance with to be her date, including her damn luggage, like Wendy said last episode. We get to Chesapeake Bay. They have a room, a house, it's 7 bedrooms. It's no cottages for the couples. And Gordon decides to go in there immediately and finds the shots. And when Mia lets us know that Gordon turns into Mr. G, the pimp, basically, when he has some shots in his system. I said, okay, cool, Gordon. But then as Gordon starts drinking, and he literally starts drinking, like taking it down, Gordon forgets that he's in a room of couple and he has to, I don't know if being around the kids so much, at 68 years old, he comes out, he wants to be the life of the party. He forgets his age. You're pushing 70, bro. But he gets there, he starts drinking. And then Mia decides to tell Wendy her life story about her mom because she also wants to get sympathy from Wendy, because Wendy says, oh, I love that she trusts me enough to tell me what's going on, because now I understand what Candace said last time. It was wow. Bitch, shut up. Mia wants sympathy. She's manipulating every damn body. I'm not going, Mia, I love your messy ass, but I see right through you. I don't feel sorry for you, bitch. Then we have Candace and Chris showing up a little later on. They've already started drinking, and Mia starts talking shit already in the confessional as soon as Candace walks in about her husbander. And then G says that he's the strip club connoisseur, but he don't want the strip club no more, because why would he want to go when he got met when Mia's ass all at home? And Candace says, you brought the whole damn strip club home with you. You got the best of both worlds. She's the whole stripper still. She ain't changed. So of course you ain't want to go there. You already picked up your little, your bottom bitch, and you at home. And then G, they said something, Mia said something about G liking white girls, Becky with the good hair. And G says, where the white woman at? And starts doing that whole elephant thing that you do when you want to tell people you're strong. Then he sticks his tongue out because he thinking he looks sexy. I said, Yoda, stop, please. Gremlin, stop sticking your tongue. Oh my God. G, this whole time, it made me uncomfortable, and I wasn't even physically there, because you can see the discomfort on everybody's face in addition to the disgust on some of them while he was acting a whole fool. Then freaking Wendy's husband is like, Eddie's like, yo, take the drink away from him because he's doing too much. The cameras are on. This is live TV. Does he know that people are seeing him behave and act the fool? Then Candace is ass busy throwing shade left and right, because everything that Mia says about herself, Candace says, yes, of course, relaying to her as being a stripper. And then, of course, they even went to talk about how G's age is 68 years old, but he need to go ahead and keep his penis in his pants. We don't want to see all that shit. Then we get to Ascala and Dre coming in and taking shots and touring the house. They look around. Wendy says, pick your rooms, because we're going to do with the room shares later on. They're looking around. Candace and Ascala decide to stop in one of the rooms and chop it up. Meanwhile, somebody on the phone calls Mia, and he calls Mia, and freaking G couldn't, he ran up there. Okay, the most exercise he's gotten this weekend was him speeding up there as soon as possible to make sure that he tells Mia to put it on speaker so he can do what? Show off money. Them two deserve each other. Because the phone rings, Mia puts it on speaker, and it's somebody talking about, we're gonna give you a customized G-wagon because, we want to know what kind of stuff you want in your customized G-wagon. And as he's trying to explain it to Mia, because Mia's getting a G-wagon, Gordon decides to show up and basically tell her to shut the fuck up because he wants to make an announcement. He literally says to his wife, I don't get many chances to tell you to shut the fuck up. And everybody's looking at him like this. Even I did a double take, and I was watching it. This is your wife. I said, this shit is pimp talk, because if you feel like you can buy her a G-wagon, which is throw money in her face like you making it rain, then you feel like you have the audacity to talk to her whichever way you want. So as long as you give her money, you can insult her. That's basically what it is. And everybody's looking at him like, how you just say that to your wife in front of everybody? Like, are you serious? And Mia's dumbass did what a hoe will do. She shut her ass the fuck up, and she just stood there and let him talk. And after he was done talking, he lets him know that this is their 8-year anniversary, and that he wanted to get her something, but he'd been married 7 years more than he should. And he's just insulting her as he's giving his nice speech. And I'm like, Mia, does this man even like your ass? Are you his trophy wife? And then G down turns to Chris and says, can I get a loan? Because white guys get good interest rates. And Chris was all my energy. He ignored his little ignorant ass and let him sit there drunk. Then we get to the room. In the room, Candace and Ascala are talking, and Candace is saying that Mia and Gordon have like a daddy-daughter type of relationship, and compared their relationship to what she observes with Michael and Ashley's relationship, where it's like a daddy-daughter type relationship too. And they're discussing this when Mia comes into the room. Wendy comes into the room, and Wendy announces that Gordon is downstairs speaking all sorts of his mind, but she just told his wife to shut the fuck up. And they're all looking at him like, did he just say that out loud, even though he's drunk? You can't be that tipsy to be cussing out your wife from mixed company. But then Mia comes walking in, and of course they're like, yeah, we were just talking about you. And Ascala says, did your husband tell you to shut the fuck up? Mia says, yes, he did it, but it's not a problem for me. No wonder Mia is always in Candace and Chris's business. I think she's envious, okay? Because you go home and he's cussing your ass out and pimp slapping you and pimp everything. But then Wendy tells Candace about Mia's mama's history, whatever the case is, because she wants Candace to. I said, bitch, Candace didn't even take the bait. Candace said, I don't care. I said what I said because you started talking about my mama. So I brought your mama up. It's not my fault that your mama had her history and my mama did not. But as they're doing this, you can tell Mia is feeling uncomfortable because Candace is about to keep reading her ass. And then Mia says, I was talking to your mom because when I got there, first of all, I wanted to see where the problem was. So I was trying to figure out who was in charge. Bitch, you were there as a guest. You were there as a friend. You were there as a support system. Why the fuck are you asking who's in charge? That's none of your business. But she keeps trying to go with this flow of bullshit instead of saying she was just being messy. And Candace, she goes, well, I was talking to your mom. I was connecting with her. I just wanted to, because she's the type of mom that I aspire to be. Candace asked, said, well, she wasn't fond of the strip club, so you can aspire all the time, as much as you want. I said, damn, Candace is not letting up. She got her good. Then the low budget comment comes up. And Mia keeps going. And as Mia keeps going, Candace keeps reading her. And then Wendy decides to pat her or support her or whatever she was trying to do. And Candace is like, why the hell are you checking up on her for? And Wendy goes, well, I've been in situations like this in a gathering where I've been ganged up on. I know how it feels. And Candace says, bitch, she was ganged up on at my house when we had my own gathering. And I was up on the table. She was ganged up on by Robin and Giselle because she came in with Karen. And so I was up there trying to defend her ass. And she still had the nerve to come in and talk about my situation when I was trying to be friends with her. She started this. Candace had a point. She did. She had a complete point when she said that. Then as this is happening, Wendy gets a call from her so-called bestie. And as she's talking to her bestie, she says, oh, finally, rich people understand me, not these broke bitches. And she walks past Escala and Candace. I said, Mia, haven't you had enough? Because Candace can keep going. She can keep going. The thing about Candace's mouth is reckless. I've said it 1,000 times. The difference between me and Candace is, if you piss me off, my mouth will be reckless, but I'm also prepared to fight. Now, Candace, I will say that you have every right to read Mia the way that you're reading her. But just in case Mia goes upside your head, are you prepared to fight? Or are you going to sit up there and cry with all these tissues like you did with Monique, talking about how you were so distraught and how you had to go see a therapy and how things were just how you're concerned for your life? That whole shit that you did? Are you prepared? Because the things you're saying to Mia are things that I would say if somebody pisses me off, but at the same time, if somebody swings, I'm going to swing back. Are you prepared? You're going to get your ass dragged again. But downstairs, while the girls are over here chopping it up, the men are downstairs, and we find out that Gordon is just the same spirit as Mia's lying ass. Because as Gordon is sitting next to Chris is explaining how the girls can fight. I don't really care. I don't want to get into it. Gordon says, yeah, Chris, because I like you. Because when Mia came to me and told me the whole low budget thing about her mama, I was like, oh, this is funny. I said, that's not what you did. In front of Mia's face, you acted like you were really concerned and you were stressed out. How the hell did you go from stressed out to now talking about this shit was funny? You lying. You are lying. Oh my God. You and Mia you meant for each other. Y'all know how to lie on the spot when your back is in the corner. Then we have Karen and Ashley coming in. And it's time for room assignments, right? So Wendy's dishing it out. Wendy says Karen and Escala will choose their rooms first because they got to be the cottage crew during Candace's own gathering. Then Ashley, who Wendy doesn't know, said that Ashley said she don't give a fuck about Wendy. Wendy has not seen that. She hasn't seen that part, right? So she tells Ashley that after Escala and Karen, she can choose her room next because she knows it took a lot for her to come. Feeling sorry for this heifer. Then after Ashley is Mia, and then after Mia is Candace. And Candace is like, well, shit, the shade. You don't leave me out. And Mia's in the corner murmuring, talking about afterthought. Said, Mia, Candace can hear you. She'll left your ass alone, but you starting up with her again. While they're doing this and everything's done and the room assignments are done, Mia starts talking about Candace in front of other people, saying that Candace is just so mean to Karen and the newly arrived Ashley. And she's like, she's so mean. And then the argument begins. Escala decides to ask Mia about the broke bitch comment that she made walking down the hall. Mia said, I didn't say that. Girl, you and Gordon, little lying couple. She said, I didn't say that. And the freaking producers or, the editors went back with their shady ass to make sure we heard, the viewers, that she did say that shit. And then Candace decides to start reading her. She said, you know what, you need therapy. because you have a way of talking down to people based on money. As Scala said, classism. And so they're both like going at her, but Candace is basically the powerhouse in this whole read. So Candace now goes in. She said, you're disrespectful. Mia just didn't even know what to say at this point. She said, where is your pimp? Tell him that Candace goes, Gordon, get over here and tell her to shut the fuck up again. Mia's now embarrassed. So she's screaming, yeah, pimp, your hoe is here. You know, doing that messy stuff that she does because she don't know what to say to Candace when Candace is reading her. And then Candace goes, she's hungry. Feed her. And then throws lettuce at her. Now, y'all know you don't feed hoes. I can't. But Mia decides to call her low budget again. And Candace says, your mama's low budget. And Mia takes a handful of lettuce and tosses it at Candace. And Candace just throws that shit back. And Wendy's like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, too. Shit, the food didn't do nothing to you. We all got to eat, not just Mia. So, but this is how the episode ends with them fighting and arguing. And I just kept laughing the whole time. It's just these grown people acting a whole fool. This is what Real Housewives is. I was enjoying the hell out of it. Potomac is superseding Atlanta and Salt Lake City, which I'm going to do the review for Salt Lake City today because yesterday's episode was interesting. But damn, they show the next episode what's going to happen. And of course, Mia decides to do the whole deflection thing. She's boohooing like, Candace is going to have to cash this Kansas. My mom relapses. Listen to me deeply. I need to let people need to take accountable for their actions. When Mia was talking to her mom in previous episodes, her mom blamed her father for everything that she did when it came to drugs. It did not seem to me that she was accepting responsibility for the fact that it was a choice. I've had people offer me drugs. I've had people that I care about offer me weed. I've had people around me that were over there doing cocaine or whatever the case you want to call it. I made the choice not to do it. Now, does that mean that Mia's father did not have a hand in maybe coercing her into doing it? I'm not saying that. I'm saying your choice to do it either because you loved him so much, you did make the mistake. Either way, unless he grabbed a gun to your head and made you do that and made you get addicted to it all the years, even when you weren't with him, you kept doing it and you risked having a relationship with your daughter. Mia's sitting up here now saying that if her mom relapses because of Candace will not be the reason your mom relapses. I'm sorry. She got herself clean for 10 years. I'm so proud of her. And I really hope that she maintains it forever because, you know, that's a disease that you don't want nobody to have. But you're not going to use that. You keep talking about Candace's mom and you keep inserting yourself in her family dynamic and you want people to feel sorry for you because you feel like your situation and your circumstances with your mother is more dire than hers. It's not. Stop treating that girl as if her own situation is not as important because you're holding your own personal problems at a higher standard. It is not acceptable. So for Mia to be doing this boohooing thing, it might be me, it might just be me in the way that I am. I don't feel sorry for her. Stop doing that. You have a choice to leave Candace alone. Stop talking about her family. Every time you talking about her and her husband. If you don't want families to be a topic of conversation, you need to keep her family's name out your mouth too. It's as simple as that. But anyway, so the next episode we'll be doing next week. Go ahead and let me know what y'all think about this review, what your comments are. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. I'm going to do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City next. Look out for that. You guys have a good rest of your day.